Hi everybody, welcome back to Materia D&D session 84, where we play D&D our way. The previous session proved to be quite the traumatic one for much of the menagerie. Um, After spending the evening at a, hiding out at a fish processing building, accompanied by Chester, the old bloodhound. Um, the menagerie woke up to a warm meal. However, the ladle played its treachery on them, causing half of the group to hallucinate, as well as the bald bandit and the assassin. Uh, as the morning passed, Karos picked up on the smell of flames and ash and burning off to the distance, where members of the menagerie were able to confirm that, yeah, indeed, off to the distance, looking very nice, slowly. The menagerie saw the building on fire, and that worked with very nice. I like it. With the heels, with the heels. Sorry, girlfriend asking for. I like the heels. Uh, they saw the building on fire and quote unquote rushed over as they were carrying a giant pelt. Uh,
With the body in it.
Reaching, yes, with the body in it. I forgot about that. Reaching essentially the port area, the square, before Filbert's fabulous fabrics. Dregnar and Paros getting there faster as the two were hallucinating and decided to run there. Um, it became apparent that there was the sounds, the noises of a large gathering as uh, dozens and dozens of civilians crowded the open square area, some of them even getting a better vantage point on some of the low or roofed buildings. There was Filbert's building, the fabric shop, ablaze, not burning wildly, but seemingly had been put to the torch, as there were chars and char marks, and part of the roof had caved in. Uh, and amongst the crowd, there were also ogres that were escorting and guarding a sister of the bounty who had a great presence about her. The menagerie basically split up in multiple ways to try to, I don't know, diverge attention. Rock had jumped onto the roof using a staff of the croak, guised as one of his just human forms, calling out that he's the reason, he's what everyone's looking for, trying to tell the crowd about the hags, but they were not listening. He dropped his guise. Dregnar, in his hallucinogenic state, rushed into the building to find multiple Faith militant in there, as well as numerous bodies of the Fox Force that had been killed, driving him into a rage where he just decimated people. Um, but essentially, it all climax resulted in a large scuffle outside. Civilians became panicked and frightened and ran away. The menagerie combatant, faith militant, and ogres as they tried to escort the sister out. Uh, Rock encasing her in one of his spheres, Dragnar able to get the sphere and run off. And essentially, once Dragnar began to run away, the group decided to, try to get out of this combat in different ways. Al took on the guise of his sister and became somewhat of a cult following now. Uh, Rock just simply leaped away. Karos saved Davis, and they were able to, essentially run away as the remaining ogres called for some sort of retreat or regathering. But this resulted in the menagerie making it back to the same area where they had spent the previous evening, uh, near the fish processing building, with now a captive, the sister. The sister was not who, she seemed to be, as Al had taken one of the potions that was derived from hag's hair and he was able to see through her transfiguration, her guise, where she revealed to be the vermin hag that the menagerie had encountered before, and summoned a tidal swarm of bees, roaches, bugs, vermin, and everything, where he made her escape, and Sedge created a column of fire to get away using a very well used bucket that he had, his thimble, to escape. And that's where we'll come back in a moment because I got to go run the girlfriend down. So think about a recap. You guys are scattered on roofs.